Hello everyone, and welcome to ME100 Lab 1 walkthrough. Today we'll be talking about installing software as well as getting our ESP32s to work with LED and Wi-Fi. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. First of all, you need to download Python. And we'll go ahead and download the Python file. Fast forward a little bit here. After that, unzipping. But now the second step we'll be doing for Windows, we'll be downloading the driver for WCH. So with the zip file, I personally can just directly run the setup file without extracting it. If you're having trouble running it, then Oh, and before you proceed to install, you should connect your ESP and then proceed to click install button. Invoke the install. And after that, you'll be able to close that off. And the next step will be go into device manager. So here's what's interesting. You can check. So over here, since it's connected, you will see the port. That's the Bluetooth, and this is the serial port. But if you unplug ESP32 here, then it will disappear. And the same thing, you can check it with command prompt as well. By typing the command prompt, and if you type in mode, right now we're not connected, so you won't see it. So you won't see the device, the COM, which is COM6. But if you connect your ESP32 here, and then type in mode again, it will show you COM6 and all the status data regarding that COM port, as you can see over here. So that's the way to check your connections and your COM port number. Make sure to record that. You can do with device manager, whatnot. Next step will be downloading Thonny. Thonny is what we use to facilitate to input MicroPython files into the ESP32 and to run MicroPython files. We'll wait for it to finish downloading, and installation process as always. I did skip forward. It was a pretty long installation process. But after installing Thonny, then you will open the Thonny just to see what the UI is like, right? So let's go. The next step will be that you will see this little box right here. The bottom right corner is you should probably click that and choose MicroPython ESP32. Okay. Yeah, and from this point on, I used my Mac tutorial because I made a mistake with the Windows. So go ahead and then click on Options. It's the same thing, basically. Go to Interpreter, and then you will see a bunch of options. Click on the right there, the Install or Update ESP32. Click on Target Port. Choose the ESP series single serial, and choose the MicroPython family to be ESP32. The variant will be Expressive Room, and then you click Install. It's going to take a while till it finish installing. It may be a couple minutes usually. And I think from this point on, I cut the rest of it away because after that you just exit out and everything. So this portion will go back to the Windows. Basically the same thing after I install. So you can close that, click OK, and now you're ready to go. So what you do now will be so we'll go to our download. While you'll be downloading the Blink, the MAC address. Is the MAC address working on? Oh, you'll be the Blink first. Yeah, we're doing the Blink first. So the Blink LED, open that up with the Thonny. Hold on a second, I opened it with the wrong software. So right click, yeah, open with Thonny. There you go. Just once. Okay, and you can see this LED file. Go ahead and run the file. with the circuit setup, you should be able to see the beeping of the LED, that little red thing. So yeah, that's about it. So next step will be getting our ESP32 to work with Wi-Fi. First of all, you want to go to Berkeley IoT to register for your Wi-Fi. So you follow the tutorial over here. We'll go ahead and do a walkthrough real quick in case anybody is not familiar with the process. In order to register a device, we'll have to have so-called the MAC address. We did it with a computer, but with ESP32, we'll have to get the MAC address by flashing a code into the microcontroller. So we'll go back in and use this MAC address.py, which you will always also find in the lab B courses file. So go ahead and open that with Thonny and just run the code as it is. It will spit out a number and copy that number, paste it in the MAC address, device name, whatever you like, whatever floats your boat, and then make sure you keep that password because you only display it once and it won't come back again. And I think I made a mistake here is that I didn't copy it correctly. So you will see just in a second that when I try to open my boot file, which you can also download from the B course, this is where you set up the network. I'll realize that I didn't have my password with me. So, oh, that's my serial number. It's a MAC address. That's not right. So I'll go back and I'll just regenerate a password, copy that, make sure I copied it correctly, save that change, go back to Thonny. Hold on a second. It's taking a little bit of a while to save the address. There you go. Copy that and paste it in here. When you're getting your, I keep having trouble copying and pasting. There you go. So in your program that will give you this, these strings have been replaced by a password variable, and just change that variable will do the trick. So you don't have to copy and paste twice. So after that, just click on play. Well, it gave us a Wi-Fi internal error. Sometimes it happens. So we can go ahead and try it again. Sometimes clicking stop and go might help. If you have a wrong password, that can also result in internal error. So make sure you check your password. And boom, right there, it says connected. So there you go. We're good to go. Congratulations. And here follows the specific Mac tutorial where we download the drivers for Mac. Installing the WCH serial driver. Similar process. You will be unzipping the file, and then after that you'll be able to install it just like that. Type in the password. There you go. Just wait. And then for the rest of the thing, just wait for the installation to complete, and then you can go back to the rest of the tutorial for the Mac driver. So one other thing with, so where do you go from here? You go back to part of the tutorial that installs Thonny, and then go from that point on. So everything else should be pretty similar. And please let us know if you have any questions. Thank you very much.